Hello, welcome back to another episode of I, Captain of My Ship. Today I like to talk about giving your child uplifting critics. Because what happens when a child hears very often you're just such a naughty girl or naughty boy or you're so mean. If a child hears that very often, then a child might think, I am mean, so I am never sweet. And then it feels awful about him or herself. And when it starts to feel awful, and it starts to think and believe that it is never a nice person, it's always mean. And then, because everyone expects this child to be mean, it will act mean and will be mean after that more often. Because it starts to believe that's how it is supposed to behave because everyone is expecting it. Well, um, is it not allowed to give critique to a child? Of course, it's allowed to give critics to a child, but it is important that you be specific about what you don't like, about the behavior that a child shows at this moment. For example, and then after you've told your child what specific thing you don't like about this behavior, then tell the effect it has on you and give your child an alternative. For example, when a child walks in the house with dirty shoes after playing football outside with friends and it walks in the house, forgets to take off his or her shoes, and your carpet and your house gets dirty, and you see it happening, and as a parent, you can say, "Oh, you're never listening," or you can say, "Okay, I don't like it when you walk in the house with your dirty shoes on." That's the specific thing you don't like. Because now the carpet is dirty and my house gets dirty. That's the effect it has. And I don't like it when my house is getting dirty. And then you give an alternative. For example, the shoes needs to be taken off before you enter the house. Then the child knows what is expected from him or her. Or another example, when a child does not want to help you clean after it has played with something. And then you can you say, "Oh, you are never helping," and then it will never help because it's expected. Or you can say, "I don't like it when you don't help me with cleaning up the toys, because now I have to do it by myself, and it gives me an awful feeling." And then it knows the effect, and then you can give the alternative. "Can you please help me put, for example, the cars in this box, or help me clean whatever things is hanging around? Can you clean that for me? Pick this up and put it there where it belongs." So then you give the alternative what a child can do. Um, or when a child is forgot to take care of the dog, forgot to feed the dog before you started having dinner. And then you can see it as an adult and it's the task of your child. Then instead of doing it for your child or telling your child some awful things, you can be specific to your child and tell your child, "Okay, I don't like it when you forget to look after your dog, after our dog, because now," and then the effect, "it will be barking when we are having our dinner, or it will be walking around our table all the time because it expects his dinner before before we have our dinner." And it's annoying when a dog is walking around and it's expecting food because you forgot it. can you please give your dog food before we start having dinner? Then that's the alternative. That's the thing that you expect your child. So maybe you can look around you and see what is going on in your life, because every child's different, every situation is different, of course, and look what you can say and be specific on this thing that you don't like about a certain thing that's going on with your child. Be specific. Tell the child what effect it has on you, and give the child an alternative. I mean, I know it will probably feel awkward, especially the first time when you try it, but keep trying and don't be afraid to fail, because there's no failure, there's just feedback. And then just keep trying, and in the end it will be an automatic thing in your system, and then you know exactly how to react uh, in a certain time when certain things happen. And so again, be specific on the thing you don't like. Tell the child what effect it has on you, and give the child an alternative. I mean, I know, and I feel that I can trust you. You know what to say in your situation. And if you don't know, I mean, just uh, trust yourself that it will come, and you just have to get used to it. And when you feel like you failed in a certain on a certain time, don't be afraid. Every parent has it, so don't think you're the only one. What you can do is reflect and look back at a certain situation and tell yourself, okay, next time I can be more specific. And then you think back of what you could say the next time. And this way you can also um, challenge your brain to think differently. So you can also start to practice it after it happened. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real things or things going on in your mind. So you can absolutely train your brain this way. So if it's hard for you to do it up front, you can think of what you can do, and if it doesn't work, you can also look back and give and train your brains this way of how you can also react another time in a specific situation. So be gentle and polite to yourself, and give yourself the room, the space to try and be gentle to yourself. I know you can do this. And if you want to know more about how to give space for emotions and limits to behavior when raising children, because it can be quite a challenge, I'm organizing an introduction workshop. So if you want to know more about this, you can put your name on the waiting list, and you can send an email to info@icaptainofmyship.com. More information below at the description. That's it for today. Talk to you another time. Bye bye.